Hey there, my name is Andre, and we are so back with the next episode of Mini Motorways. Today we are going to be playing our next map right here, Mumbai. Mumbai has trains, just like the previous map we played, London. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It was a good one. I have a playlist with all episodes. This is the sixth episode. So if you are interested in Mini Motorways or any of my content, please feel free to take a look. Oh, end of the week. All right. So here we go. We are absolutely taking that roundabout. That second option is not an option. So I made a bit of a cut there. I want to kind of skip past the first week. It's not really interesting. As you can see, all we did was connect some yellow houses to a yellow business right here, as well as we just received this pink business right here. So what I want to do, I want to go ahead and get rid of this. I might do this. Yeah, I'm okay with that. But I do want to take this guy and kind of go around this business and have him filter into here. Because I don't want to be taking houses from across the railroad and feeding them into this business right here. What's going to happen there is while the train is making its rounds, I'm not going to be able to actually make it across this railway right here. So I would much prefer to keep houses and businesses that are on one side of the railway connected on their side and not mixing. So we're going to take road tiles there. We have no use for traffic lights on this channel. You see extra road tiles, you take the road tiles. You say, no thank you, I don't want to have traffic lights. So we got some more yellow spawning over here. Let's go ahead and just mix them, right? Because we're not getting any more houses. They are pretty close. And the train is heading in this direction, it seems like. I don't know, I feel like I've seen the train come the other way. There might be two trains on this map. There are. There are two trains on this map. That is much worse than the previous map, because on the previous map, at the very least, the train was going in one direction. Meaning that I knew when the train would pass by and what time is best for vehicles to pass by. So if, for example, I have this pink here and the train is coming this way, I can safely cross the pink over because I know that the train is not going to be getting in its way. But on this map, that's completely different. That logic is out the window because this train, I guess it's only one train, but the end of the line is just past here. And so it's going to keep coming back this way and getting in the way. So what do we got here? We got a secondary business here. So what can I do? I don't think I have enough space to put in a roundabout, but I will try. So if I do that, I would have to probably feed the other guys some other way. Let me actually, whoops. Let me pause the game. I will get right back to you guys once I've figured this out. And okay, just like that, I plopped a roundabout down here. Kind of getting these turquoise colors into here, as well as coming around and feeding into here. And now I'm also going to have to take these same guys, because we have only one community, and feed them straight into this new station up here. What else? We can do this. We can take this guy off here and feed it here. These guys are doing okay. What I am gonna do is, one, pick up a bridge. And two, I'm gonna make my way down here. And then right back up here. So purple's gonna have to go a little further, but I am happy to keep a few more pinks connected to this business right here. Because it is going to be an important business. It's already upgraded. We know it's going to get busy eventually, and we want to be ready for when that business is going to get busy. So things look kind of nice right now. I don't love having to, pass over the railroad right here, because as you can see, they waited for that train to go all the way down here and turn back around. Even while he was turning, I believe there was a car waiting for that train to turn around, and that is a large waste of time. And we don't want any of that. So I have one motorway. I don't want to use it right away, but that is a contender for a motorway right there. It doesn't need it at the moment, but if it does increase in pressure, I will not hesitate to use a motorway if I do still have one for that business. So there was no easy way for me to get some yellow all the way up here down into this business over here. So I decided to use one of my motorways for the time being. Obviously, we're not going to keep that connected there. We're going to hope for some yellow spawns down here, or even across the river here. I would not mind, because I could easily just bridge them over. I feel like that is going to happen eventually. It's only a matter of time. Also, happy 200 points. We just hit a milestone. And, what the hell? We got a second motorway, and we're going to be holding on to that one, and hopefully we can replace this one very soon as well. What I'm going to do with this guy is I am going to get him actually across and probably connect up here. I feel like this connection is just a little more important than any other connection that I might be able to produce with this house right here, aka this business right here, because the demand for this station is very low. So having one house connected, even at a bit of a distance, is honestly not that bad. End of the week, what did we get? We got one more bridge. I will gladly take that. And we actually got our yellow that I was talking about down here. It's funny, I didn't know that would happen, but I'm really happy to see that was able to occur here. So what I'm gonna do with this guy is I'm just going to bring him around here and filter into this station right here. And maybe I take one of these guys and bring him down here. We have a new purple house, or a new purple business, landing us right here. I kind of don't want to make the trek for these guys. So I feel like because I would be using a bridge and passing over a railroad right here, these guys are probably much better to be able to use the motorway. That being said, something else I could do is I could keep these guys all together here. And let me actually do that. Let me connect them. Let me connect them like this, right? I'm going to put my motorway right here. I also love the little shape that's going on here, kind of like a chicken foot kind of shape. And we're going to close the gap quite a lot. I'm going to hopefully get a roundabout soon that I can plop onto this area here. And then I can actually use all of my purple houses to have them go into these two businesses. So let me use my motorway. It may seem a little ridiculous using a motorway for such a short distance, but it is really going to help me avoiding the train passing down here and getting in the way of my purple cars. Okay, so we got our second turquoise down here. That is really nice. I kind of want to use a motorway on these guys to bring them into this business right here as well. Okay, we're seeing a lot of spawns here. We got one more motorway. Let me go ahead and get this guy in here. We got 5 of them now. And I kind of want to connect these guys on here now. So let me go ahead and sever this. And I'm actually going to pause because now I don't have to use my roundabout. And I can go ahead and connect it onto here. So I am going to take some time to do that. And I will cut right back into the action for you guys. Okay, and just like that, it's done. I did have to continue my game for a little bit just to get that roundabout back, but nothing interesting really happened during that time. So I feel pretty okay with the cut that I made right there. I'm gonna get these two connected here. I'm gonna connect this guy on here, and I'm gonna keep this video going. Getting some more turquoise. That's really nice. I do have this little connection here that I don't really like sharing these two together, especially without a roundabout. But I think it'll be okay because it is just a station after all. So we're really just focusing on this big guy here, and from time to time sending a couple of cars over that way. And we actually got a roundabout, so one more cut. Let's go. Okay, and just like that, I did what I wanted to do with that roundabout. And I also noticed I had no connection with Pink here, so I went ahead and connected these two stations together so that Pink can just come straight into this station when it needs to. Unfortunately, I only have the two houses, so it's going to be a little difficult to send Pink over sometimes, but I'm sure we can manage it. So here's not too big of an issue. What I can do, it's a little unfortunate that it spawned in this little awkward corner, but I can still take the purple that are up here. I can focus them down right here, just like that. And we just moved our turquoise just a little bit. It's really not going to make a difference for those houses. End of the week is approaching. We have 600 points. And our milestone was hit not too long ago with 500. Just didn't notice it. Let's pick up a bridge and let's see what the game throws at us next. So I just got this little turquoise spawn right here, and I noticed that this building right here is only connected to one house, and somehow it's doing okay. I don't believe that that's going to last very long, so we'll keep an eye on it. I'm going to hear it chirping soon, I'm sure about it. But until then, hey, whatever works, works. Let's get this connected here, and I'm going to connect this one on here. I guess I could send them down here if I wanted to, but I'm going to kind of wait on that for now. Wow, oh, that is awkward. So, whoa! Give me a roundabout. I don't know if you noticed what I did there, but I repositioned him and it didn't work because that second spawn just went in there. Let me pause the game because this is one of those instances where you just get a bunch of horrible spawns one after the other, and the game really doesn't care how you're dealing with it. It's just gonna keep throwing these spawns at you over and over and over again. So okay, I see some purple here. I do have a bridge. I see some purple here now. So a lot just spawned in. Let me make one more cut to where I fix every problem that has just spawned onto my map. Okay, so I feel a lot better about my layout now. Changes I made were adding a bridge and a bit of a road here for these two purples to filter into this business right here. I also separated turquoise a little bit more from purple over here. And I added two purples to this business right here. So hopefully that will be enough. Now I am seeing a new problem. And when I say problem, is it really an issue? Not really. I can get this guy in here and I can actually save my motorway now. But I do want to get these guys to come down into this guy right here. I'll get that guy to go down, and these guys, yeah, just like this. So now everybody is going into this little business over here. And what I might actually do, I did get a secondary house. That's fantastic. But I do want to put a bit of a roundabout in here. And the reason I want to do that is in case I need to maybe take out a little strand from my roundabout and then send these guys somewhere else via motorway, which doesn't look very possible with the amount of space that we got here, but I'm gonna keep it there anyway. Worst case scenario, it just helps filter the orange cars back to their houses a little easier. So we'll take in our bridge. Bridges are fantastic. I love having the option of just getting a new bridge. And we got a couple of turquoise that are spawning sporadically around the map over here. And we got one more over here, and this is a pretty bad space to be getting a turquoise business. What I am going to do is something that I really don't like doing, and that is this little hook right here into the business. But I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to use a motorway here, very likely, to get some turquoise houses filtering into this business here. So the first ones that catch my eye are actually these two right here, because they are connected together. I know I have a lot of turquoise at the bottom here, but they do have roles that they are fulfilling. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually click on my motorway, which I thought I clicked on. And I'm going to filter these guys straight into this business. And hopefully 2 houses will suffice for the time being. So we got a new purple right here, and we're getting some more pink spawns as well, and even a yellow down here. So I'm not really worried about the new purple just yet. What I am gonna do is I'm going to separate a couple of these guys. Let's actually cut 4 of them. We'll cut 4. We'll get them all together like this. And then we are going to place our final motorway right here, because I don't want to go 1 over a railway, and 2 cross paths with so many more cars right there. So I'm just gonna build a small motorway for those purple. And I got one back anyway. End of the week, motorway Monday. So that is quite nice. How can I get some more pink filtering into here? Well, let's cut this so that we can focus our 2 pinks right here onto this station right here. And we actually have a couple of pinks right here. Let me take these 2. We have one more bridge. So we are going to cross the water. And unfortunately, we're going to have to cross in with purple. But we do have some more purple here, so I'm not going to worry about them. I am going to worry about pink. That does need the help from those 2 houses. Otherwise, I am seeing this purple right here that can move. I think I just placed it wrong the first time. Let's see, yellow's okay. We got turquoise right here. We have a really good house. So we're definitely going to connect that. That's going to be the first one to deploy cars whenever this business is in need of assistance. And we really like that because this one does not have to cross the railroad. We got some more orange right here. Let's get that connected and actually disconnect this and connect it onto this branch. It is the end of 1 more week, so we are going to be receiving something for the end of the week. And the game is only allowing me to choose road tiles. Isn't that weird? Usually you get 2 options. Only road tiles, nothing else. We got some more yellow down here. Let's connect that onto there. This turquoise is... Okay, yeah, so he is struggling a little bit, but... yeah, we are focusing on him now. It's only when this guy lets down a couple of cars that we're really seeing problems with that big business there. Let's go ahead and get this guy connected like this so I can get one more turquoise connected to this business down here. And is there anything I could do to separate this guy so that these guys can focus only on this big business right here? I could take my motorway. I have one more motorway. And I think this is what I'm going to do for now. I'm going to send it over here. And I am going to sever the connection to this roundabout. Now I'll keep the roundabout here in case I do need to use it eventually. Because there is always a possibility, right? That I need to rely on these turquoise to filter into here again. So I'm going to keep that in mind. Now, what are we seeing? We're seeing a pink over here. That's cool. Get it right in here. We got some more purple over here, which you love to see. That's really good. We're having a little bit of trouble with purple here. So let's see what we get. We got a roundabout or a bridge. Give me a bridge. I'm going to pause the game, and I'm going to try and figure out a solution for this purple in the southern hemisphere of my map. So I ended up making a very small change to my map, and that was to, one, connect these 4 purple houses onto this business at the bottom here via motorway, and 2, I went ahead and connected these purple right here straight down onto this business right here. I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem aside from this train passing by, because these guys are not going to be sending cars all too frequently into here. Now, let's see. We can connect that there. We got one more connection on here, which is wonderful. You love to see that extra connection. And, I really want to keep this separated. I don't want to have to rely on this roundabout. I think I'm about ready to just sever it and then connect that road back like this. We got 2 more turquoise here. I mean, if I get a motorway, 2 of them is not bad. Oh, we have a lot of congestion at the bottom there. So let's take one more bridge. And let's actually see if there's anything we can do to help this guy out. I could maybe connect one more house onto here, and I'm gonna do that just to have a couple more cars. I know it doesn't really help with congestion, but at the very least, I can be sure that I'm gonna have cars at all times heading into the direction of that business right there. Unfortunately, yes, we are doing better right now. The business has calmed down, but the train is making its way right back to that area, causing some more traffic. And these cars are not going to send too many of themselves across right now. They're going to wait for that train to come back. Look at my road tiles. I got 135 of them. That is crazy. I don't think I've seen over 100 road tiles in quite some time. I probably have gotten over 100 in past gameplays on the channel, but I haven't really noticed. So it's almost the end of the week. I am seeing a lot of chirping going on. I'm going to pick up one more bridge, and I'm going to pause the game, and I'm going to try and figure out what I can do to help certain businesses thrive a little more, because I am seeing some issues here with yellow especially. So let me see what I can do to hopefully help out this business in particular, and possibly even pink right here, which is surprisingly having trouble even with all of these connections. Okay, so I've done a little bit of hickory-pokery jigging around. I put a roundabout in here. I'm hoping that that's going to help create a nice flow of traffic right here and maintain this business right here. Time will tell. And then I connected 2 more yellow houses from here. I had one hiding here, and I have one here. But unfortunately, I am seeing trouble with this business after severing this tie. So I might have to reconnect it soon. I'll take this yellow right here. Let's pause the game very quickly. and just get this one connected on here, just get a little bit more flowing into this business. I think we are reaching the end point of today's game, but we're gonna try and hold on to what we've got as long as we can. This yellow is really giving me a hard time right now. So unfortunately, I really want to switch this guy over here, but this guy is on the verge of collapsing. Luckily, we did surpass 3,000 points, so there is that. It's the end of the week. Give me a roundabout. I'm sure it'll help. And let's see how far we can push this. Our businesses are actually calming down. Yellow is doing okay. Unfortunately, turquoise is going to be at the end of its wits right here. I see the cars haven't stopped. And there we go. It is the end of today's game. Let's go into the menu. As always, let's take a moment. I clicked menu. I meant to look at the map. Menu, map, menu, map. Sorry. We basically know what I could have done anyway. I really needed a motorway for those turquoise at the bottom there, but unfortunately I just didn't have the resources to make that happen. Maybe there was another motorway I could have severed to replace, but I don't really feel like that was a possibility right there. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's gameplay. I really enjoyed providing it for you guys. It was a fun one, I believe. Probably one of my favorites, actually, from this series up until this point. So thank you very much for watching till the end, and I hope to see you next time for some more mini motorways. Peace!